never going to be the same again.
Never.
Rest in peace to the legendary Frankie Beverly, lead singer with Maze, who passed away at 77 years old. He was... It was announced by his family in a post on the band's website that said Frankie Beverly had passed on Tuesday. Family was asking for privacy, and of course we know all the wonderful songs Maze did, including in addition to
Can't Let You Go.
We also have Joy and Pain, Love Is the Key, Southern Girl,
golden times of the day.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, he's got so many silky soul singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Countless barbecue songs.
And as we heard him young too.
Yeah.
We got Frankie young.
Yeah.
We got our those young.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like Frankie Beverly was pretty active all the way up until the end. He finished his farewell I Want to Thank You tour in Philadelphia in July. So he was also at the Essence Festival of Culture in New Orleans, where they included a special tribute to Frankie Beverly and Maze, and they closed out the event for its first 15 years. So his performance at the festival, which is the nation's largest annual celebration of black culture, would turn the crowd into a sea of fans. So Frankie Beverly grinded really hard all the way up until the end. He was always touring. They were always on the road. Everybody knows his songs. You know, the one surprising thing that I didn't know, because I've been reading up on Frankie Beverly's life, I didn't know his name isn't Frankie Beverly. That's not his government name. His name is Howard Stanley Beverly. And he was born in Philly in 1946. He decided to use that name because in the 50s he was obsessed with Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. So he changed his name to Frankie Beverly. So I didn't know that.
As a show of respect, they can just retire Beyonce's song and just not play that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Just let Frankie Beverly's song just
I'm in agreement with you.
And I love B, but you know, just let that one go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beyonce, no. And we'll get into discussing her later, but since we're discussing modern takes on 70s hits, we also have to throw out Taylor Swift's take on Earth, Wind, and Fire. September.
Yeah, you can yank that right on out. You can take that away, too. That was very disappointing.
Very, very disappointing.
That was horribly disappointing.
Yes.
Have you heard the cover of September she did? We'll play it later.
Yeah, I'll play it after the show. Yeah, it was disgusting.
You're going to be disgusted.
Turned September into a folk song. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, but Maze started in Philly in the early 70s, and it looks like he went to the San Francisco Bay Area there. And it was Marvin Gaye who convinced him to change the names to Maze, featuring Frankie Beverly.
Part of that Philadelphia sound. Frankie Beverly, Teddy Pendergrass. Like, Philly has given some gems.
You know, that leads me to a question. How did the other members of Maze feel? And it became Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Good Lord. That'd be like the effing podcast featuring B-Dub. It's like, it don't sound right.
Well,
I mean,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
In this sense, if
them checks look right,
exactly.
Then, if the
that
checks
money look right.
No, I mean, I get that
you
part.
Fall into it.
Yeah,
If
I
it
just
look
found it
right,
weird.
You can fall
It's
into it.
Featuring the lead singer who's already a part of the band. That's weird.
Well, because I mean, it's like you had to. It was his voice, even though you heard the band. It was his now you only heard his voice, and that was it.
My favorite one is Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Well, Harold, no, I heard the story on that. Now Harold Melvin was a gangster, and he ran shit. He was like Master P, a thugged out Master P. And Teddy Pendergrass was saying how Harold Melvin was a G ripping niggas off. So he was in a little bit of a different position. Harold Melvin wanted to let the world know he ran shit. Yeah. No, Harold Melvin wasn't no punk. I heard that. That's all I know. So that's a little bit of a different story. Now, maybe Frankie Beverly could have been like Harold Melvin, like I'll fuck you niggas up if you don't put my name. You know, he might. I'm not saying that's the case. We giving the man a tribute,
Right?
Yeah, but
I mean, at least he was the lead. You know,
yeah,
Harold.
yeah.
Harold Melvin.
Yeah, Harold Melvin. Harold Melvin is a background singer in his own group.
He's the background singer in the group. And look, that's how gangster you gotta be.
Right.
You right, Dub.
Right.
You right.
Yeah. So
that's some wicked shit. You ain't never heard no
yeah.
shit. That's
featuring the background singer.
you ain't never heard no shit.
Is that not the wildest thing ever?
Never.
That's like Michael Bivins featuring New Edition.
Right.
Just something to think about.
Like, nigga, you the background singer. How you got
That's
your
how
name?
gangster you
how
are.
You got your name on it, and you can't even sing lead. You can't even hit that high note. You can't even make them draws drop. But you probably sing baritone or some shit.
Everybody looking for Harold Melvin thinking he the lead singer.
He didn't do the two-step and shit.
You know how disappointed people were when they found out that
Harold Melvin wasn't the lead singer.
Nigga, what the fuck? That nigga said, hey. Yeah, what?
What you say?
What?
Oh, Harold Melvin. Okay.
Okay, so in addition to that, one of his famous fans, and you'd be surprised, is Jalen Hurts. It says Jalen Hurts was hurt. His timeless music, his powerful words, and his lasting impact. I'm devastated to hear about this one.
Now that you mention that, I think that might have been the last thing that I saw Jalen Hurts, because he introduced Frankie Beverly in a concert in Philly not too long ago. So because it was his mom's favorite group.
Oh,
that's what it was.
So yeah, Jalen is Hurts by the mourning and passing of Frankie Beverly. So yeah, I love Maze. Maze's music was phenomenal. I respect the fact that they continuously toured up until the end.
Boy, that Heaven concert series is out of control. Oh, yeah. That Heaven concert series is out of control.
This leads to another issue. Are they just Maze now?
Do you go see them anymore?
Because it's still Maze. They just not gonna. Frankie Beverly. You can get another singer, even though it's not going to be Frankie Beverly.
See, and that's the problem. Maze
is about the same age. They probably all want to lay it down.
See, you can't. You
just say talk about
that's the tie.
If you're gonna sit here and talk about it, they shouldn't have did another Coming to America 2 and shit like that.
You get another person. It's not the same. Name me a group who is taking on another person.
New Edition, yeah.
As the lead?
Yes. Well, I mean, Ralph was still the lead, but Johnny.
But that's what I'm saying.
Johnny could have been the lead.
Name me.
All of them actually had the opportunity to sing
name
a song,
me
another. Ronnie DeVoe.
Yeah,
I don't know if Ronnie ever had a chance. I don't think.
No, he did. He did Any Heartbreak.
Yep.
He was singing in Any Heartbreak.
Okay, but like, name me another group where you replaced your lead singer.
Temptations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Four Tops, didn't they do it?
Yep. Four Tops did too.
Yeah, I mean it's not some death. It's not the death blow you think it is.
And what is what the
In Vogue got along fine without Dawn, but they weren't as successful.
I got one more thing. Who's the face of the group?
Frankie Beverly. I don't know. I don't know any of the band members' names.
But you know Frankie Beverly's face.
But I know Maze.
You put anybody else up there, and we gonna be looking lost. Like, who the hell are these other dudes?
But what does Maze have to prove? Aren't they all in their 70s?
Yeah.
But they're still going out on tour. I mean, you might be right, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm pretty sure once Frankie Beverly's gone, they're gonna retire Maze.
Pretty much.
Probably.
There ain't no reason to tour without Frankie Beverly, and you've already toured for 50 years. So
with Frankie Beverly,
you ain't nothing to prove. I mean, you could easily get another singer, and the people will accept it.
Correct.
You still getting royalties and stuff.
But also, the band is old too. Assuming, I don't know the deal with Maze. I don't know if members have been replaced or not. I don't know how it works, but if Maze is anywhere around the age of Frankie, I'm sure they all want to lay down, drink iced tea.
And it's not like you're making any more hits and stuff. You've ran your career and all that.
You can make money off the hits you already got.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure was.
Yeah, now it's time to sell. Now it's time to sell these songs. Now it's time to give these commercials some of these songs that they're paying for.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to give a big shout out again. Rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. The future of Maze is still in the air. We don't know who they're going to be featuring now. So rest in peace to Frankie Beverly.